Less than 24 hours after workers dared to unionize, their jobs vanished. That's the explosive claim shaking Nigeria's oil sector today. Reports suggest Dangote Refinery has fired all its Nigerian staff within a day of them joining PENGASSAN, the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria. But is this mass sacking a retaliatory purge or a misunderstood reorganization? What's reported to have happened? According to Daily Post, Dangote Refinery officially laid off all its Nigerian workers just a day after about 90% of staff joined PENGASSAN. The union claims management issued a mass termination notice, citing a need to reorganize. Workers were told to surrender company property and get exit clearance. PENGASSAN President Festus Osifo has confirmed seeing the letter and stated, "I can assure you they will recall all of them." The union accuses Dangote management of intimidation. When union membership lists were submitted, staff buses were withdrawn, leaving workers to pay transport costs. Between 6:30 p.m. and 7 p.m., Nigerian staff who had joined the union were allegedly denied entry into the refinery premises, while expatriate staff were allowed in. At 9:59 p.m., workers reportedly received a mass termination email addressed to all staff. Dangote's defense and denial. Unswayed, Dangote's management counters these claims. They reject that a mass sacking occurred, framing the move as a strategic reorganization in response to sabotage detected in some units. A senior official told Punch that only certain individuals were affected based on specific discoveries, not because of union activity. The company insists operations continue, that both Nigerian and expatriate staff remain employed, and that those unaffected were never served dismissal notices. They argue the cleanup is urgent and couldn't afford lengthy notice because sabotage actors might obscure evidence. Why this matters: union rights, worker protection, and power plays. 1. Right to unionize versus employer retaliation. If true, this would be a stark violation of constitutional rights around freedom of association and labor protections. Arbitrarily terminating staff for union membership is illegal in Nigeria's labor laws. 2. Intimidation and precedent setting. The union views the action as intimidation, sending a chilling warning to other workers in the oil and gas sector. Unionizing might cost your job. 3. Sabotage claims as cover. Dangote's insistence that the dismissals were to curb sabotage may have legitimacy in safety and security context, but when timed so closely to union formation, it raises serious suspicion of motive. Recall promises and trust deficit. Even if the union is eventually recalled, the damage to trust is profound. Workers may be skeptical about returning under a regime they see as hostile. What we don't yet know: gaps and open questions. The number of affected workers has not been confirmed. It's unclear if all Nigerian staff were dismissed or just a subset tied to the union drive. The exact basis for the so-called sabotage actions is vague. No specifics have been publicly disclosed. The timeline of recall, if any, remains uncertain. How soon or whether full restoration will happen. Bigger implications and outlook. Labor relations in oil and gas may worsen. Unions could escalate strikes or solidarity actions. Government intervention is likely. This conflict could pull regulatory or judicial scrutiny into Dangote's labor practices. Investor confidence may be rattled, especially among firms sensitive to social license and human rights issues. Worker morale and retention could suffer. Even those not dismissed may feel insecure and undervalued. Final take: mass sacking or message send. The timing of this purge, less than a day after workers joined a union, is deeply suspicious. While Dangote claims legitimate reorganization and sabotage containment, the harsh optics and union accusations suggest this might be more about power than protocol. For now, the central question looms: was this a corporate cleanup or a cold warning to all who dare to organize?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay informed with fast, reliable news, don't forget to subscribe to Newsflash 360. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. Your next headline is just seconds away.